Alright, so these are my LPL Week 6 power rankings. I do this for all 4 major regions. I'm doing this Sunday night before the games occur tomorrow morning. I rank the team 17 through 1, and I go over their last week of games and give you a vibe for how I feel about them. 17th, we'll get started, LGD. I did not allocate enough space on this board for what I want to do here. But we really don't care about the teams at the bottom, do we, too much? I mean, if you do, if you're an LGD fan, I'm sorry, you dropped 6 spots. You lost to Team We. Team We haven't won against anybody except you. So you're going to go to last, dropping 6 spots. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I put you 11th because you hadn't played in a while. And I was like, oh, well, maybe the break helped them. No, the break didn't help them. And they lost to Rare Adam, who's also in the basement. So, that leads me to Team We, 16th. Out of the basement. Moving up 1 spot. Moving up in the world. Lost to OMG. Beat LGD. Good for you, Team We. You've had games this year where you've come close and you've even killed your opponent and lost. I mean, they're trying new things. Eventually they'll get it, I guess. Maybe. Another team that actually dropped 1 is TT, and it's unfortunate. We were hoping TT could. We thought Thunder Talk could, move up now with Chieftain and UCal, and they have their moments. There is no doubt they have their moments, but lost to Rare Adam. Rare Adam's in your wheelhouse. You can't do that. Losing to Top is whatever Top is in here. So, are they better than you? Well, on paper, definitely. They might not be playing better than you, but they are better than you. And you lost to them. And losing to Rare Adam's not okay if you're Thunder Talk. It was a 3-game series, but leading us to Rare Adam because all these teams are around each other in the basement of the LPL. Moving up 2 spots. Yes, because you beat. Okay, so Rare Adam beat Thunder Talk and LGD. 2 teams down here. That's good. You're showing you're better than them. I had you 11th. They were the LGD of the week before. And I was like, oh, whoa. Put the brakes on. Rare Adam are struggling. Now they're showing that, oh, well, we are better than those teams still, just so you know. So they are up there. But still below anyone's legend, who put up a good week 2 weeks ago. And, I mean, I have them moving up 2 spots anyways. So, they had to move up because LGD's dropping like a rock. So, lost to LNG, lost to BLG. Those are 2 teams that are outside of your wheelhouse. Those teams are better than you on paper, especially LNG. So, those losses aren't too big of a deal for me. They're not a playoff team, so really I don't expect them to come out of, probably below 10th at all this year. There's clearly 10 or 11 teams that are better than the rest. 12th place, speaking of teams that are, doing their thing. What do I have here? Who did they play that I have it? There's no LBG. LNG beat anyone's legend RNG. Who did Up lost to FPX and Weibo. Oh. I can't, it's so late, I can't read my own handwriting. This is not okay. And now I'm writing a 12, even though I already have a 12 here. It really shows, maybe I shouldn't do these this late at night, huh? So, Ultra Prime move up 1. They might have moved down 1. No, that's a plus. So, Ultra Prime move up 1. They lost to Weibo, lost to FPX, but they put up a fight. They're definitely better than LGD, so they move up as part of the, ripple effect. I love Ultra Prime's bot lane. Ultra Prime's bot lane is so good. And then they got Cryan, who's a capable mid laner. They should be better than what they are. It's unfortunate. They should be better than what they are. 11th place, moving up 1 spot. Speaking of playing better than what you are. IG. IG have hung around this in my rankings around 11th through 14th all season long, and they continue to do it. This past week, beat BLG, lost to EDG. They could have won Game 2 against EDG today. So, you know, they're better than what we think. They're a young team growing together. Yukai has had his moments. But as of right now, they are only 11th, and they're definitely below 10th. OMG, who are falling, don't get me wrong, OMG are falling from grace. I had them second at one point. You know, I was on the hype train because everyone was so, you know, on OMG last year, and I was like, Cream is so good, like, they gotta, yeah, they can do it. No, they're still falling. So, they beat Team Wii. If you lost to Team Wii, you wouldn't be 10th. Lost to JDG, though, and JDG end up losing. We're figuring out what JDG is, and that affects OMG. OMG drops to 10th. 9th place. Speaking of JDG. So, JDG were really cruising, and I was thinking to myself, wow, they are really, you know, they're looking good. And they might be good, but... So, they lost to Top yesterday, and losing to Top is a thing. So, Top have sucked all year, like JDG did. But is Top turning around? If Top are turning around after making these moves, putting Wayward in and putting Tien in, so if Top are better now than what they were here into 8th place, and they're now up here, well, JDG is going to move up naturally because they're obviously about equal with Top. They played a great 3-game series yesterday, but that definitely took them out of this range as far as I'm concerned. So, speaking of Top, because you're just rolling in this, these teams all played each other. Top are 8th. Top are 8th. They move up 2 spots. So, Top looked good. They looked good against JDG. They beat TT, which I should have done. So, that being against JDG is a big deal. That moves you up. You're beating teams up here. You're beating playoff teams. Maybe you're riding the ship. I like what I see. FPX, 7th place. FPX are getting better by the day. I'd be afraid if I am a team towards the top because they are getting better every day. They lost to EDG. Losing to EDG is a thing. Team up here, clearly you're not at that level yet, but they beat Ultra Prime. Should beat Ultra Prime. They are not a playoff team. But it does show that, hey, we are not a playoff team. We are a playoff team. Zhao Hu looks really good. Hung looks really good. You know, they're getting better. They're getting better by the day, and Clid looks like an upgrade. I thought the Volibear meta would help him in 12.2, and it has. I imagine they moved to 12.3 tomorrow, so expect a 12.2 recap video tomorrow. Because the LPL was holding that video up. Everyone else has been on the 12.3 all week, but the LPL were on 12.2 today, so that's held that video up. You know, stats and all. BLG are 6th. I want to drop BLG farther because their record is, you know, not very good. But it's too good of a roster to drop. Doggo, and they got to figure out the AD carry. If they play Uzi and they keep losing, then I'll drop them because I'll be like, okay, Uzi doesn't have it anymore. It's possible. But as long as they keep playing Doggo, I'm going to keep them up here because I don't know what their real roster looks like outside of that flub against IG. That was a 3-game series, a good 3-game series. Anyone's Legend, they beat. Anyone's Legend have been hot going into the week, so that's a good win. But it did drop them 2 spots because Victory 5 played once. And it was a big win, but it was only 1 game. Victory 5 beat RNG. Victory 5 are definitely a playoff team. That's without a doubt at this point. I think they're definitely a top 5 team. Beating RNG is a big deal, especially because RNG would later on yet today beat LNG. So that shows that Victory 5 clearly have it going on. We'll see how they play when they have to play more games, though, because right now they're not playing that many. Dropping 2 spots, LNG. I didn't want to do this, but I had to. So, there is a world where LNG is the best team in the world. And it isn't today. But LNG lost to RNG. You blew them out game 1, but game 2 and game 3 you struggled, and Ben really dumpstered Ale in game. Well, actually, that's not fair. Ale played great, but the whole team didn't come together. RNG really took it to him, and I had to drop him. So RNG have to stay ahead of you. RNG don't move in my rankings because of that. RNG don't move. I couldn't move them because they lost to Victory 5. So you lost to maybe a top 5 team, but you beat a team that's top 5, so you're still in the top 5. Why not keep you smack dab in the middle? If Ben plays like he did today, they are moving up in the world. I said it during my recap video. If you missed it, my roundup for the games, to save you the time of watching a 3-game series between RNG and LNG. I mean, I know that's a series that some people might actually just want to watch outright because they're 2 really good teams, and I don't blame you for that. And Ben put on a clinic in game 2 and game 3. Both top laners did, like I kind of alluded to. It was a very, very good top lane matchup, and if Ben plays like that, the sky's the limit for this team. Second place, I'm moving them up. I don't really... Moving up 4 spots are Weibo. They beat EDG. You beat EDG. I have to move on. And speaking of EDG, I'm not dropping them because they lost 1 game. And some people might dislike that. They might say, "Oh, well, what the heck? You know, they lost to them." Yeah, well, Weibo have given us some games that they shouldn't have won. They're finding ways to win games, and that's good. If you're the team that always finds ways to win games, you get to Worlds, you find ways to win games, you could win Worlds. But you have to prove that you can consistently play at a higher level than your opponent and just outright beat them. And they have struggled to do that. And beating Ultra Prime is good. Beating EDG is good. EDG beat IG and FPX. I played 3 games this week. Beat these 2. Nice. Lost to them. Okay. But you beat those 2 teams soundly. You did what you had to do. I'm happy about that. However, that does, raise some questions. So right now, my tier list probably is like this. These top 5 teams are all in the same. Then it's probably these 4. OMG are falling off a cliff. I love OMG, but they're falling off a cliff. And then it's probably this. These 3 are like the teams that are on the outside of the playoffs looking in. Like, these 4 are going to be competing for the top 8. Or if they have 10 teams that make playoffs, these 3 will be battling. I really haven't looked it up. Probably should before I do a tier list like this and talk about it. But these 3 teams, I have a feeling, are battling for that 10th spot. If it's that, and JDG and Top are battling for the 8th spot because Victory 5 are in there outright. And these 5 are just in the basement. So thank you for watching this video where I cover the LPL and my LPL power rankings. Tomorrow, my LCK ones will be out. And yeah, stay tuned for all my League of Legends roundups where I cover the LPL games every day because I play every day. It never sleeps. As well as my other major region videos. The 12.2 video should be out soon. I would hope the LPL gets on to 12.3 so I can just get that video done. But nevertheless, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And yeah, stay tuned for more content.